there friends, it's Steph from Squishy & Co. and today we are going to be making this super cute headband. Now I don't know about you, but I always have a hard time keeping headbands on my head. So if you're the same, I do find that the width of this one helps, even though it is still fairly thin. And I also found a little secret that I'm going to share with you to keep this in place. This headband is made using the moss stitch and a super fine yarn. Now the stitch itself is beginner friendly, but working with super fine yarn can be challenging if you are new to crochet. If you would like to just practice the moss stitch first, I'd recommend starting with my moss stitch washcloth pattern, which I will link above for you. You'll need approximately 175 yards of any super fine weight yarn, and today I'm using Yarn Bee's authentic hand-dyed yarn in the color Elysian Dusk. You will also need an E-hook. To get started, we are going to chain 44. Here we have our chain of 44, and now we'll begin by single crocheting into the fourth chain from the hook. So 1, 2, 3, fourth chain. Single crochet, chain 1, skip your next chain and work a single crochet into the one after. Chain 1, skip the next chain, and single crochet into the following. We're going to repeat that all the way across. Chain 1, skip a chain, single crochet. So here we are at the end, and our last single crochet is going to land in the last chain. Chain 2 and turn your work. Single crochet into the first chain 1 space. And then chain 1. Find the chain 1 space and single crochet into that. So you'll always be working into the chain 1 spaces. Chain 1, find your next space, and we will do this all the way across, and I'll show you where your last stitch should land. Okay, we're at the end, we chain 1. And now our last single crochet is going to land in the space between the last single crochet from the row below and the chain 2 space. So right in there, chain 2, turn your work, and we are going to repeat that row until your piece measures about 18 inches in length. So for me, that was 125 rows. Once you get to the end, cut about an 18-inch tail for sewing, and go ahead and weave in your starting tail. So moss stitch is reversible, but if you decide that you have a favorite side or one that you prefer over the other, lay your piece down horizontally with the right side facing up. Bring the short sides together and overlap them by about half. So no matter which way you do it or which side your yarn tail is on, you just want to make sure that when we do this next step that your yarn tail winds up on the outside, and I'll show you what I mean. So we're going to overlap by about half, and then we'll take this top piece here, fold it over, so we're making like a little taco. Pinch that in place, and now here is my edge with my yarn tail, and I'm going to fold that up. So we have these two pieces sandwiched together. So basically, if you fold them in half and squeeze them together, we're going to sew it like that. So make sure that you keep your edges straight and even with each other. That's going to make sewing a lot easier. Now we'll thread our yarn needle. And you're going to make sure you sew through all 4 layers of your fabric. So I'm just going to go in this way and through this way. Again, making sure you're getting through all those layers. You don't have to go into each and every individual stitch along the way, but you do want to Keep it fairly tight so that it doesn't stretch out too much on you. I like to run a couple of extra stitches back and forth on the very end, just to make sure that we are getting that secure. And usually I will make a little loop like this, pull my yarn through, and then I'll run it back up the side. Doesn't have to be anything super perfect. This is going to be hidden. Okay, cut your tail. And now we will take our piece and flip it right side out. And there you have your cute little knotted headband. If you have a problem with headbands staying on your head, this next step is going to be for you. I found this stuff called Sock Stop on Amazon, and it's usually used to provide grip on the bottom of like slippery socks or shoes. So we're going to apply it to the inside of our headband to provide a little bit of extra grip. My headbands always slip from the back and the front, so I'm going to apply 4 or 5 dots along the back edges, always on the inside. Don't ask me how I know. This one does go on looking like Elmer's glue, but it is going to dry transparent. They do have other colors available as well, and I believe that there's also just a white if you prefer that. And for me, this has completely solved my issue of having headbands slide off my head, and I'm probably going to put this on everything that I own now. So that is it. I hope you enjoyed making and wearing your new non-slip headband. And please drop me a comment below. Let me know if this trick worked for you. And if you are like me and you're now running around the house putting this stuff on everything. Please be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.